I think most of their scores came from this combination, and I spoke to Solange last night, their captain, and Switzerland used to have a women's open division, but as they've all gotten older, they've kept about half the team together to bring in the 27s this round. So it should hopefully be a good game.
Yeah, Switzerland didn't take part in the 2018 competition at 27s. England did, and they are defending champions. So, England will be wanting to put a marker down against another one of the stronger teams probably in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. They had a fairly convincing win already this morning against Wales. I think it was about 14 scores they got on Wales this morning. So they're going to want to take this form into this game, and across the field once again 27's just a very strong team, and just an unfortunate over the mark by Switzerland coming into that strike dump. So
yes, England do have the ball, so probably expect a bit of a cagey opening from this one as both teams try and fill each other out, because they're both coming off very, very good wins in their opening games. They're going to see where each other's strengths and weaknesses lie, I suppose, in these early stages.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Switzerland, this is going to be their first time playing a 27s team of this quality, so they'll definitely want to stay really solid in this first half and hopefully not let England get out to a lead too early.
Right, there's Switzerland. Oh, they've turned it over. Now here's an opportunity for England. Pretty much a tap-off move, I suppose. They are a few yards ahead of the halfway line.
Yeah, and these plays have been on for a while, so they may go to the box, which they are at the moment. But they'll want to try and recycle this ball and hold the ball up as much as possible to allow these attacking players coming on, and you can see them come on. Jamie Cohn, the number one, guiding play then, setting up a short.
And I think that is... No, it's not. It goes back to the 7.
Yeah, this number 12, Anna Wilson, I thought she was a standout in the first game this morning. She's just got such pace, and as you can see, great dive as well.
Yeah, you see. Because it's not quite a full-size normal rugby pitch, but it's only 6-a-side. There is a lot of space out there, and I think this is one of those games where if you do have a lot of pace, you can really cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. In their first game, the 27 scored quite a few scores just from their drives, from getting the defenders offside and scoring from the halfway mark and just driving up the ball so solidly. So they'll be aiming to do this again. Just unfortunately a mistake from Switzerland coming in off their line.
So England have it again, coming through the middle. Looking to go left, but coming back towards the mids. Going into play from the mids and Lincoln now. That's a chance of dive through for Sally-Ann Buttsworth. But touch was made, and Switzerland have possession once again.
Yeah, driving the ball forward. England are just so disciplined in defence, like getting back on side, and they really send those defenders up to make those touches. They're quite hard to get through, but fifth touch, Switzerland will try and spread the ball here.
No, the touch is made, and that gives England possession. Though you look to use the sub-box on this drive, and do. Again, good speed shown by England as they gain some good yards, but handling error turns it back over to Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland will want to keep it for their 6 touches and definitely make some ground. Third touch just over the halfway line. Irene Valtek, the number 10, used to be a referee actually, Irene, the number 10. She won't be too happy with the referees on that call. It looks like it was an over the mark there, unfortunately, and Irene, the number 10, their captain, one of their senior players, I should say, yeah, fantastic player and was really solid in the mids on their first game.
England have it going through the middle. May look to work it to the right-hand side now. Just slowed down a bit. Good defence by Switzerland. No real gaps to aim for. There may be now. A little touch was made and the pass wasn't completed in anyway, and that is really, really good defence by the Swiss.
Oh, Switzerland are going to be so happy with their defence. Really good scramble D. They've got a lot of girls with great pace in their team, and they're really demonstrating that when England are playing those expensive plays. Michelle Coco, the 13, she drives so well, really direct, really fast. And here we go, Switzerland, going on the outsides. Good set from Switzerland there, actually. Keeping it for the 6, really settled. Passing, I think they'll be happy with that.
It's England to, the angling error, and that was going to give quite an attacking start for Switzerland. They're in the English half. 6 fresh touches as the rain starts to come down again. We've had quite a few showers this morning, which, you know, we've not had a lot of rain in Nottingham over the past few weeks, and it's going to probably cause quite a greasy top surface.
Yeah, I was talking to some players earlier this morning. They say it is quite slippery out there, just a little bit wet but quite hard underfoot. But great diving weather, and we can see the number 2 running a short line, getting the ball here now. Nicole.
Space on the left-hand side. Tries to go through herself, Nicole Schneider. Still there for the Swiss, though. Unfortunately, not taken by Simon Seppi. So, England have the ball back.
And they'll definitely want to make up for that first driving pattern. We've got Lucy Snape, their captain, driving it up through the middle of the field. Jamie Cohn, the number 1. They've made some good yards on this set, England.
Down it goes now. There's a bit of space on the left-hand side. And that is going to be the opening score. Rose Willoughby goes over for England. And it was going to take a bit of quality to unlock the Swiss defence, and that was a great bit of quality. Some really good passing, using the space.
Yeah, great passing there by England. Really calm passes, straight out. And Rose Willoughby, it's definitely not her first try for tournament. She scored quite a few this morning out in a wing. So the fact that she's scoring a lot of tries means you can see England is really playing that wide game and, yeah, solid in their passing as well.
Switzerland, though, it was a strong attack from the tap-off, but 6 touches and it gives it back to England, but they're starting very, very deep. Three touches now, over halfway with 4, so we need a good drive off this. That is final touch, and that was away before the touch was made. It won't be now, and that is going to give the ball back to Switzerland.
Yeah, what a midfield defence set from Switzerland there. They're going to be so happy with that.
Yeah, but they're not going to be happy with that. Just a little bit of confusion as they was looking to make changes.
Yeah, it's one of those things, when you defend really hard in the midfield like Switzerland did there, it does fatigue you quite significantly, and by the time you're driving off, just that miscommunication, not having those runners set to go, it does take a bit of it out of you. But here they are, and they'll be wanting to defend this set out.
7 metres out.
Jamie Cohn out to Sadie Musson, who's making that strike dump, getting the ball back.
Touch is claimed. Yeah, it's given. Sadie Musson diving through. She did really well, actually. She was a good 3 or 4 metres out when she started that dive.
She's a phenomenal player, Sadie. She's been part of the Women's Open and Women's 20 setups for a significant time, but the number 8 from Switzerland, Fabienne Tanoa, you can just see her get off the line and make that touch, and I think that's what pulled it into the Switzerland defence's favour, but a great attacking set from Switzerland here as well.
Turned it back over to England with 6 touches. The rank continues to fall here at Highfields.
Which is quite hard. It makes those long balls quite difficult. And I know the number 2, Nicole Steiner, apparently she's got impeccable long balls off both her left and right hands.
Oh, this is good play by England, and the gap just opened up thanks to the quick passing. And Alyssa Grant-Walker goes over, and England stretch their lead to 2.
Yeah, fantastic setup, and you can just see it coming off hands again. Really crisp, clean passes, and the gap just opened up for Alyssa Grant-Walker. Great dive to finish off.
Yeah, so England just managed to be that little bit more clinical in attack, and managed to unlock what has been an excellent Swiss defence so far. Oh, now are they through? No, it goes back to 7.
I think the touch was in, but I think the hands was on. It looked like they had some space over on the left-hand side through their Lincoln wing, so they just need to make sure they play heads up and look for those options on the outside as well, because I think they're definitely there.
6 touches and gives it back to England. We've been giving a lot of credit to the Swiss defence, but I thought the English defence as well has been absolutely superb and not really allowing many clear-cut chances for the Swiss attackers.
No, you can see continually the Swiss are just having to make a strike dump from 15 or 20 metres out, and that's all got to do with the midfield of England. They're just so fast, so fit, and just really disciplined. You can see them just sending 2 up, the rest of getting back on side, and then just rushing up to take the touches from there. Lucy Snape going up to make the touch there.
Down it goes. Now Switzerland, this is a good attack, and there's a bit of space on the left. Have to go back to 7 though. In fact, that was 6 touch, so it's turned back over to England.
We can see a Switzerland cheer squad on the side of the field in the grandstand. Fantastic to see other country squads coming and supporting.
It's a few bleacher benches quite dotted around the pitch, and I think this is the most we've seen in them, I think, this morning, which is great to see.
Yeah, I think so. Eleanor Pitcher with the ball. Fantastic driving from England. You can just see them create gaps on that drive. If it wasn't for a great touch by Michelle Coco early in that set, I think England would have been through again. They're just so strong coming from their box.
Switzerland making a couple of changes now.
They've got a penalty here. I think it was just pushing down in the touch.
That gets the Swiss supporters chanting away as they try and lift their team. Unfortunately, the ball is turned back over to England.
And over the mark, and yeah, 27s will want to get off to a strong start. It's fairly new look, England 27s team, compared to their World Cup team. They had quite a bit of turnover in terms of personnel changes, players moving up to the 35s, and a lot of young players moving in. So you can see the depth of the England women's game in this team. Just an unfortunate error there on the line.
Yeah, Rosemary Kells just dropping the ball, which gives possession back to the Swiss. They will make changes from their sub-box now. Nice pass inside. This is a really good drive. Final touch though. Oh, it was so close. Katharina Bone just was above her head, so it would have been a difficult take, but just on the edge of the fingertips. So unfortunate. England have it again.
Oh, Nikki Bird with the ball, one of the best wingers in England, just consistently so good. Nikki Bird, you can see her directing this drive as a winger, taking up that drive. Jamie Cohn on the field.
Drive getting towards the 7-metre line. It comes back to the middle. Good long pass. The touch is made.
Fantastic defence. Getting up, spotting that pass, and just getting up and making that touch early. Really incredible.
5 minutes to go in this first half, and it has been pretty even though England lead 2-0. It's been very much back and forth. Just England just having that little bit more quality to find them gaps in the defence to get the 2 tries.
Yeah, it's finding those gaps early in the drive so that they are making it down to the Swiss line on most of their drives. And Switzerland in their drives just maybe just that little bit flat. And how good the England defence is, they're just not quite getting down there. As you said earlier, they're having to make these strike dumps from, quite a ways out. But it looks like they've been given 6 again here from the halfway line. So a bit of a tap-off move opportunity from the Swiss players, and they'll definitely be aiming to take advantage of this.
Oh, there's a little coming together. Switzerland still have possession now. Back in the middle. Oh, it was well taken in the end. But is that turn back over? No, I think it's a fresh set of 6 to Switzerland on the 7-metre. Long ball, well taken, but the touch was made. In fact, that was final touch. So England have it again.
Isabel Thomas driving it up, the number 3. Fantastic play. She's come through London Vipers Club in London, and they're quite a new club, and to see her develop and come through a very new club to now be representing her country, it's incredible. She's got such speed, such strength in the ruck. There she goes there. Fantastic strike dump. And good.
Oh, well taken. Oh, that's unlucky. Joe Devine. I thought she had it. I thought she did so well to bring it down, and just lost a grasp of the ball. So unlucky.
Oh, so unlucky. And she's been so involved in a couple of the earlier scores as well. And great to see Izzy Thomas setting up that one after we were just geeing her up. She's playing really, really well.
Final touch. But the mishandle means that England will have possession anyway. Just shy of the 10-metre line.
They went direct the last set, so I expect this set they will go towards the box and get some fresh legs on. These girls have done an incredible job in terms of their midfield defence, so they'll need a bit of a break, and we can see a few of their key players coming on. Lucy Snape coming on.
It's back into the middle, and there's space now on the left-hand side. It's a great take. Was she down? The touch is claimed. Rose Willoughby went down. The try is given.
Great last pass by Nikki Marsh here. You can see the pass come out from Nikki Marsh.
It was a really good take as well.
She definitely let the referees know that she thought it was ball down, so that goes a long way to turning it to
3-0 England lead. Which is a little unfair on the Swiss, I think, because they defend very, very well. I suppose where they have struggled a little bit is just in that sort of 7-metre area as they've been attacking, where the England defence has just been absolutely superb.
Yeah, it feels like by the time Switzerland are getting down to that 7 metres, they're just that little bit frazzled and not being able to structure a really good attacking setup. We can see England down the other side. A lot of their tries have been on the run, but they're structuring those 32 shorts, those great plays, and they have that composure to do that. Switzerland, just by the time they get down there, they've done so much hard work that they're just lacking that little bit of composure on that attack. Oh.
England through again. And I think that is going to be try number 4. It is indeed.
Anna Wilson in the red hat for England. I think she's been spectacular this game. The speed that she's got. She's usually this first player that's really setting people up, and you can see there she's chopped an incredible hole through the defence and passing off for Lucy Snape for the score.
Yeah. All set up by Anna Wilson there. Snape doing really, really well to get into the space to take the pass and put it down. There goes the hooter to signify half-time. The touch is made. I think England will be very, very pleased with their efforts after 20 minutes. It has been a close game, to be fair. It's just England far more clinical when they've got to that 7-metre line.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot separating these two teams in terms of the midfield. As you say, it's just when they're getting up to their line, England just being able to execute their moves and convert that position to score a lot more tries. But 4-0, I think Switzerland are keeping it a lot closer than Wales did in their first game. So if Switzerland can just take it to that step up, it might be another close second half.
Yeah, we're seeing the tries from the first half.
Here we go, Lucy Snoop, Anna Wilson again, once again in a great pass out to Nikki Marsh, who throws it out to the wing. We can see the score there, quite close there. Amazing cover D by that winger, unlucky not to get that touch in. And Anna Wilson again, right involved in a quick pass off to Lucy Snape, who gets the ball down.
Managed to get away, so that is 4-0 to England at half time. So, looking at the round 1 results from earlier this morning, they were first on field at 8:45 a.m. So this is the second game for these teams. But England with an emphatic 14-0 win over Wales. Switzerland 7-3 over Ireland, and Scotland 8-0 over Spain. So that good starts for England, Scotland and Switzerland. England started very strongly in the first half of this one. And do you see England, Scotland probably the two strongest in this competition?
I think so. Spain are bringing a 27s team. They're not hugely experienced at Euros level, but yeah, I think England, Scotland are the two most experienced teams on paper. And then Switzerland. I think Switzerland have done really well in their round 1 game. It's going to be interesting when Switzerland comes up against the likes of Spain and Wales to see how they do. But England have got to be very, very happy with how they're sitting at the moment.
Yeah, 7 teams in this competition, and like I say, the standard. It's a very, very good standard, as we've seen from this game already. As I've already said, I think 4-0 probably flatters England a little bit. It's just, I think the two attacks have been the difference, really.
Yeah, I think so. And the skills are amazing. A lot of these women on the field at the moment, they've come up from Women's Open level. As I said, half the Switzerland team were in the Women's Open and then have stepped up now. And England, a lot of these girls have represented a Women's Open before. Lucy Snape, Nikki Bird, Sadie Musson, plays across the field. So the skills on show is fantastic here.
Yeah, so we'll see what Switzerland can bring in this second half, because like we said, defensively they've been pretty much there. They've really not done a lot wrong. It's just really the quality of England's attack that has led to the tries. They just probably need to be a little bit more clinical when they get to the 7-metre line.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've just got to structure their plays. I think they need to look to their links and their wingers a little bit, because it does look like there is space on the outside. England defending very narrowly, so they're cutting off a lot of those attacking options very quickly for Switzerland. So I think Switzerland just need to look a bit wider in their attack. But great game so far.
Yes, it really has been a good game.
And yeah, most of England's scores have come from broken play, kind of, 20 or 30 metres out. I think the Switzerland defence on the line has been outstanding. There hasn't been a lot of scores come from that kind of situation. So
England are going to have the tap off.
Getting a lovely waft of barbecue come over as well. Oh, there it is.
Just to our left, I can see smoke. If I manage to get just a few minutes off at some point today, I think I will be heading down there.
I saw them start to prepare the sausage for lunch, and it was making me quite hungry.
So, England already at the 7.
Oh, great pass. Play. Great cutout ball, skip play, targeting Sadie Musson out in that wing.
Oh, and it's now, was that forward? Yes, I think it was.
Oh,
so,
what a set to tap off from England. Incredible skills. Absolute bullet with the skip play out to Sadie Musson and coming back on this side. Some great frantic last passes, unfortunately just going forward on that last one. Great finish by the winger there as well.
Yeah, superb.
The best finishers always come off a forward pass, unfortunately, in my experience.
Yeah, because the ball was not very far off the ground as well when it was taken. Like you say, just a shame it was forward. But
and unlucky, Switzerland have just been caught here with 7 players on the field. The referee is monitoring the substitutions really closely. You've got to make sure your player leaves that field of play before you sub on. And yeah, unfortunately, Switzerland just getting caught with 7 on the field. So England first touch over the halfway line.
Yeah, so and it's a 10 metre penalty as well, isn't it? So it remains 4-0 to England as they press.
And fifth touch. Oh.
Just a little bit behind.
And credit to that Switzerland defence. You can see when they are set on that line, I think their defence is just outstanding. And England haven't scored a lot from those opportunities.
Yeah, it's mainly come from the sort of pass to the wing, hasn't it? Where they've found those gaps. Oh, that's the second time that's happened. Just a little bit of lack of communication as Switzerland make the change from the box. That's something I want to tighten up on as the tournament progresses.
Well, it's a Grant Walker with the ball now, setting up an attack, and you can see the short runner going in, targeting the offside defender. Switzerland cover defence outstanding.
Touch was made by Lisa Luthi.
You can see some of these defenders making these touches. They're coming over from the other side of the field, taking the pressure off the defenders right in front of the ball. It's been very, very good so far by the Switzerland defence.
Driving through. I think that's down. It is.
Eleanor Pitcher, the number 15, I think that was. Just incredible speed.
Just saw a gap and went for it. So 5-0. England lead now.
And Switzerland with a tap off. Unfortunately, just a tiny fumble by the number 15, Maria Elena Bertoni.
Yeah, so England have it back again.
Anna Wilson, the number 12, driving up. Plenty of attacking options on the field here for England. They're really spoilt for choice here. Lucy Snape passing inside.
She's made, so that will go back to the 7, but again a dominant drive from the English. But that will turn it over. Back to Switzerland.
Once again, that static defence on the line from Switzerland, pretty solid, holding England out. They do want to keep this ball for a set of 6 as they drive here now, but unfortunately I think that's going to be called for over the mark by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's turned back over to England as the sun comes out once again. It's all weathers it's been this morning. Well, afternoon now.
Weather's more temperamental than I am today. It's glorious sunshine now when it was, pouring down at the start of this game.
England at the 7 metre as very traditional Swiss cowbells come out from the massed ranks in front of us, diving through. I think that is another try, is it? Just waiting for confirmation. It is indeed.
Yeah, Jo Devine, the number 14, that's really well deserved. I think she's been incredible in attack for England so far. She's got such pace, and not just pace, but a fairly decent dive as well. So you can see
Rose Kell's going and dumps it down. Musson to Devine, dives through. 6-0 England lead.
Switzerland, this is definitely their attacking pod on the field right now. We can see number 2, Nicole Steiner. She really is a solid player. Oh.
Yeah, there was Winger all alone on the right hand side. I don't suppose they wanted to risk the long pass or try the long pass to get it out there, but if they had got it out there, it was a certain try.
I mean, it speaks how strong the England defence is. The fact that these 3 ladies in this pod were just tearing up the Ireland defence, that England are just being absolutely rock solid.
Because England 14-0 victors in their opening match. Oh, that was so close. High risk, high reward. Just unfortunately didn't quite come off, and I suppose when you're 6 tries ahead, you can try that sort of play.
They can start to experiment a little bit more, and I think that confidence, gives you the guts to try a few more different things. But the passing in England, isn't it just incredible?
They are passing very, very well.
Oh.
And once again, it's turned back over to England, who, even though they were 4 ahead at half-time, they seem to have stepped it up a gear again since half-time.
Which I think is what they did with Wales this morning. I think in the Welsh game they were maybe 5 or 6 up at half-time, and then put 10 or 11 on after half-time. So once they find their groove, England, they definitely will put you to the sword.
That's no disrespect to the Swiss, who have been quite a tough test for them. They've on the whole held quite firm in defence, but now have they got through? No, it goes back. Marianne Patzot thought she'd gone over. Touch was made though. Has she gone over this time? No, she hasn't.
Very, very close there, and fantastic to see them structure a few good attacks on the England line. I think she was unlucky on that second one, because England weren't quite making it off the line there. But yeah, credit to the Swiss. This England team, they won a bronze medal at the last World Cup, so they're an incredibly experienced and talented team. And the fact that Switzerland are entering this division for the first time in a long time and really keeping up with them on the field, it's speaks to touch development in their country. They host a few excellent tournaments in Switzerland every year as well, which is always fantastic on the European touch calendar.
It shows the growth of the category as well, because in 2018 there was 4 teams at women's 27. There's 7 in this tournament, so a much deeper tournament. Out to the wing it goes. Touch was made by Rose Willoughby, who's been greatly effective at both ends of the field. England come again. English leg sport on. This is a really good drive. Just outside the 7.
Jo Devine with the ball, showing her pace. Isn't she incredible?
Good touch there. Michelle Coco getting the touch, which allows the Swiss to have the ball once again.
They've got to keep their composure here and set up a strike dump. This is going to be the 5th touch, so we're looking for a scoop here from the Swiss player, which is what they do. Quick switch, hands on the outside.
Dummy pass, they need to keep it alive. Oh, that's unlucky. Right idea. Just didn't quite come off, but yeah, I suppose it's that desperation play when it's 5th touch.
Yeah, and number 2, Nicole Stein, she has such pace that she runs sometimes that little bit laddery, and I think if they put it through the hands, I think she almost created an overlap on the other side. But great attack from Switzerland.
Now, as Izzy Thomas got through, I don't think she has.
No, I think there was a touch earlier by a Swiss player.
We've still got 10 minutes or so to go in this match. And that beautiful play. Just finding those gaps and great passing. And England score once again.
Yeah, and who's involved? Anna Wilson, again. Definitely so far my player of the match, without a doubt, for England.
Yeah, Wilson getting out to Sally Ann Butsworth, who pops it down. And England 7 ahead. And I think after their opening 2 performances, cementing their position as favourites for this women's 27 title.
Yeah, quite convincingly as well. I don't think they've really put much of a foot wrong in this game. Oh.
Are they down?
No,
yes, they are. It's a score for Switzerland. Mariam packs up, puts the Swiss on the board. It's the first try England have conceded in the competition.
So just gone on the outsides here. So she's a live player, and Jamie Cohn just unable to make that touch there. Great try there. Biggest cheer I've heard on field 1 for a score as well.
Yeah.
Kudos to the Swiss supporters. Definitely making a racket with those cowbells.
Making themselves heard. All adds to the atmosphere here. And they're cheering every single touch that the Swiss team make. Great support. So England finally do concede, but they have managed to make 21 scores, and I think that's the 22nd.
And a long ball from who else? Anna Wilson. Just killing it.
It's Rachel Keane this time popping it over. So England 8-1 ahead.
And a left
Wilson
to right
again.
here. Awesome finish by Rachel Keane on the wing there. Great dive to score.
It's the way Anna Wilson shaped her body there, because it looked, for all intents and purposes, she might dive for the line, but then just threw the ball out to the wing.
Yeah, and she just creates opportunity. She almost created an overlap just by running very hard. Oh, fantastic. Attempt there by the number 2, Nicole Steiner. Almost got through there.
Back to the 7. So Switzerland, attacking wise, obviously buoyed by that try that they scored, and there's space on the left hand side. If only we had a camera on, because you just showed your frustration that the ball didn't go out to the left.
Plenty of space over on the left hand side, and I know these girls can throw it long as well. it's possible that the rain from earlier on, maybe it is a bit slippy out there in terms of those long balls, but they're definitely putting pressure on the England defence to stay very narrow, so those opportunities are on the long balls out on the wing.
It's another great drive by England, but I think the touch was made. Indeed it was.
Yeah, 13, Sally Ann Buttsworth. She's such a strong player. She plays in the NTS competition for London Scorpions, I believe, and she's got such pace on her.
And Switzerland do have it again. It's a handling error. And to be fair, considering that we've had the rain, we've not seen too many of those in the game.
No, it's actually been quite good in terms of the error rate. Probably a lot less errors than we saw in the men's 40s. Actually, we can see Irene Valti from Switzerland coming up as the mid, making those strong touches.
There it goes again. I think the touch may have been made.
Yeah, great touch. Katarina Bond coming in from link, shutting that down. Excellent touch there. Great cover defence. Lucy Snape trying to create something, putting Sal Buttersworth on it short.
Just ran out of room. Good defence though by the Swiss, just completely surrounded that. I think she was looking to go long to the left hand side, but really, really good defence by the Swiss in the end.
Yeah, very, very good. On the line, they have been generally very, very solid. Irene Valti driving it up the wing there. Great drive by Irene, creating some momentum, and you can see the Swiss take that momentum into these touches now. Claudia Waitford driving hard. Pass out to Michelle Coco. Great set of 6 there by Switzerland, I thought.
Yeah, good drive. Got it deep. It means England will have to work to. I think they've drawn the penalty. Heavy touch.
Fortunately, it looks like the player is okay and driving down their wing.
England make some changes. Just couldn't quite gather in. It was fabulous play by Anna Wilson once again.
Yeah, skipping through. I almost forgot she was half then, and then a long ball just unfortunately put down by the winger, but they'll be really happy to be creating those opportunities, and unfortunately Switzerland putting it down 10 metres out from their line.
So that will give England the opportunity again with a fresh set of 6. They're at the 7 already. Out to the wing, but touch made, didn't quite reach the line. And this space out on the right hand side.
These left to right passes from Anna Wilson, that was just a bullet. So flat. None of these loopy passes that take a long time in the air. You can just see that go straight across. Check out this pass from Anna Wilson. Boom. Oh.
All Rachel Keane had to do was catch it, and it was a try.
And credit to Rachel Keane as well. She was looking to see where her defender was. She wasn't standing right on the sideline. She was quite infield, but running on that out angle. So she was going to beat her winger any day of the week. So the line and positioning from Rachel Keane, yeah, just incredible on that play as well.
Yeah, ran onto it really well. To be fair to Switzerland, though, they created far more opportunities in this second half.
Oh, as we see, so close.
Again, we've seen that a few times from them. Twice there in 10 seconds where they've just tried to dive in through the middle,
yeah,
which we weren't seeing from them in the first half.
No, absolutely. They're making so many more touches on that 7 metre line and creating those opportunities to actually get over the line. Much better in their attack to get up that close. And we see Jo Devine driving the ball here.
The pass isn't completed, so Switzerland will have it again, but we're into the final minute of this game. It has been an excellent England performance. You can't get away from that. They've been clinical when they needed to be. They've been superb in defence. Switzerland, to their credit, they'll probably feel that 9-1 is unfair on them.
Yeah, speaking to their captain Solange last night, I think she always knew this was going to be a really, really tough game, but I think they've played really well, Switzerland. I think they can take a lot of confidence out of this game, and as you say, particularly the second half, I think they've stepped up in a big way, and it's going to be interesting to see how Switzerland perform against the likes of Scotland and Wales.
And there is the final hooter, and the game is over. It's a 9-1 victory for England, but credit to Switzerland. As I said, they probably feel that 9-1 is a little unfair on them, but you can't take anything away from the England team, who were absolutely clinical.
No, some really strong players from Switzerland. I thought Nicole Steiner was very strong for them. I thought Michelle Coco's defence was incredible. And Irene Balti on the drives was really good. But yeah, England women's 27s, Anna Wilson, she was absolutely everywhere. Absolute man of the match for me. Just created so many of those scores. Incredible. Jo Devine, I thought, also had an incredible game alongside Lucy Snape. So they're going to be feeling pretty confident, England, heading into their next round games.
Well, Matt, thanks for your insight and knowledge from the past 2 games. Pleasure to have your company as always, and you'll be back again later, I'm sure.
I will be,
yeah.
With my insight, not my expert insight, but my insight.
Expert, well, it's a given it's expert. Coming up next, it's the men's 50 competition, Wales taking on Ireland, and I'll have Jordan Melling with me for that one. That'll be along in about 3 minutes time. Don't go away.
So a reminder that unfortunately this is a dog-free site, no dogs are allowed on site, so if you have your dog on site, unfortunately we'll have to ask you to leave the premises. Players and officials, this is your 2-minute warning. Players and officials, 2-minute warning.